Good morning, everyone. I didn't see everyone here last week on Wednesday, so I'm back. You're back. So good morning, Anik and Cavell and Barbara Ward and Paul Freed. Paul Freed, I am home from Pennsylvania. In the beginning, we experienced weather from Florida, and then it crashed and went to weather from Pennsylvania, and we froze to death. But got to see my grandson. He's so adorable when you see him in person. And we got our storage changed. So everything's going good here. Good morning, Myra. I'm kind of waiting for a few people to get on because I have, I'm going to share something that we've discovered to whomever might want to know about it. And I'll wait for a few more people if they're coming to come on. But certainly missed everyone. But from the morning we woke up to the morning time we went to bed, we were busy. And if you can believe it or not, our room had no chair in it to sit in. It did have a couch, but the couch went, so it wasn't really comfortable to sit in. So we had challenges. Doug fell, lost his keys on the way. Once we got home, he got caught in the elevator. It never breaks down. So just like everyone else, we have challenges, but he was in there maybe 5 minutes and someone arrived and got him out. So thinking of the full moon, certainly a time to think about how many coincidences that we all have in our lives. This is a small idea to show you, but I would say last September I wanted to get new shoes. And I wear Brooks, and they had this beautiful peach colored. Well, we went and couldn't find them anywhere. Some people would say they'd hold them for me, and we get there, oh, someone else wanted them. So I bought another pair of shoes, which are not comfortable. So we went back to the Dick's store, and you're not going to believe what we found. And the reason it's unusual is because they've already made a whole new line of shoes. But we found a pair of peach shoes yesterday. And Doug and I looked at each other like, who would have figured that out, that would happen? So I'm very happy. I have peach shoes to walk in they weren't anywhere. We didn't even think that they would be there. They were just out on display. I'm like, wow, yeah, the guy says they've been sitting around here for forever. So my desire for them must have held them somehow. But the right person got them. So let's just call in our energy here for our community, and we'll bring in Mother and Father into everybody's heart. We're going to ask for all the angels to come in, all the masters, ascended masters, master teachers. And we're going to reach out into the universe, as I think we should start doing more and more, to allow those who are of light to come and join us and see if they begin to even share with us, because there's just such a vast, no matter who it is that you have as your teacher, there's always more. Every day there's more and a new way to look at things in different levels of our existence throughout our aura. Well, that's very nice. Sounds good, Paul. So we're going to do our mantra. I am the soul. I am the light divine. I am love. I am will. I am fixed design. And if any of you, I went through this with someone the other day, want a book to learn from, you can start with either Esoteric Healing. You can see I got them all. Esoteric Healing written by Alice Bailey for Master DK. That's who my healing teacher is. And then when you're ready, you can get discipleship in the New Age. Number one, it's going to give you an understanding about how to perceive things, how to think about them, some of the actions on repetitiveness and how you do them. He writes letters to his disciples, and it doesn't matter at what time you are. In that moment, you are a disciple of his. So you can see, this is my discipleship too, how used it is. But yes, there's a lot of books written out in the world, but he's the real master at healing and how to perceive and how to think and how to feel. All those things are all work with her. There's 22 books. I'm not saying you got to go out and buy 22 books. Pick the one you want to, and you're going to say, well, this is hard. Well, it's lifting your consciousness. People don't sometimes understand that the journey in itself is, yes, healing who you are, but it's healing your consciousness so that it can expand more and to hold more light. I can't tell you how many times I've read esoteric healing. Each time gleaned another whole diamond about it because I just couldn't have grasped it earlier. So read, if you have to reread a chapter, that's perfectly understandable in the level of work that that's bringing you. And you might find that maybe DK is going to take and twist you off in a different way. You just never know. But I think for all my study, they're the clearest books that are written about spiritual healing. All right. So what I want to share with you, and this is for recreation use only. My husband and I have had since we met, it was about, I would just say about being healthier, getting younger, all that kind of thing. And so we've had a lot of things cross our path. And I definitely don't look my age. He doesn't either. He might look a little younger than me. Tell him that. But we've now found, just that we happen to be on TV on I'm going to forget, something HQ. I'll find out if anyone wants it. And there was this Danny SEO on explaining these products that he's the editor of the book Naturally. So first we saw was a bottle of pills that I don't know if any of you are aware of NAD, which is we have enough until we're about 40. Remember that energy? And well, some of you may not be 40 yet, but you'll find that you start to get more tired and not have the energy. Well, that's because your NAD levels go down. So we bought this product because you only have to take one a day. And after 30 days, you're back up to 100% of your NAD. Why am I telling you? Because it's only been a week and my husband and I feel totally different. We wake up, we have energy, there is no, just let me sit down, relax, and we're not tired. Also, from that trip, his fall, and how hard he worked on our storage, he was in a lot of pain when we got home. And it's all gone. We got home last Wednesday, and that's today. So not even a week. So we believe that, yes, we may hold more light, but we are still human. And that this pretty much feels like a miracle to us. We're telling a lot of people that we know. Not that I know a lot of people. But if nothing else, as far as I know, we just saw he was on again because he sold 58,000 bottles of it the first weekend when we first saw it. Was that a week ago? Or whatever night it was. And So if that's what you're looking for, to not have pains, to have your brain be clear, it's brain, muscle, organs, everything. That's what the NAD gives energy to be more viable. So small bottle for 30 days is $43. There it is. But we just wanted to share it because that's, if you don't know me for a long time, that's kind of what we do, is we share things that we've tapped into, and this has been the most transformative immediately. So just a heads up, nothing says you have to, but if you're that person who's looking to now do your work and feel younger doing it, this is what's for you. It is an American company, and he reveals one other thing. I'm sure you all, whether you are football people or not, hear about it. Bradley, who played for so long as a quarterback, guess what his secret was? This product, True Niagen, I believe it's called True Niagen. And he would buy it in hordes amount to give his whole team. And they, if you go on there, he says you'll see it written that True Niagen brought the energy up of all his whole team. That's why they would win every year. He finally, just retired, but it wasn't because he was worn out. So if that's what you would like to have in your life, so you can get about doing what you would rather you be 40 now and do, then I can say to you, in a week, it's made a difference for us. So, good morning, Marby. There's Myra and there's Marby. So, if you have questions, I'll answer what I can. But it's on I'll ask Doug before I get off. Something HQ, Shop HQ, that's what it is, I guess. I don't know, I don't tend to hold on to little things. And I do know one other thing I can share. When I talked to my naturopath, and she hadn't seen me, I went and saw her when I was there, but all of a sudden everything was perfectly normal. She goes, well, I guess the trip did something to you. Well, what she didn't know is True Niagen happened. And I've only taken a few pills. You only take one a day. But in that first day, we both felt it. So see what you think. So here we are. Gosh, so much we learned about ourselves, about people, family. You know what, Barbara Ward? I think I have your email. I'll have Doug send you the how to go there and watch the video and everything. All right, how's that? Let me write your name down. We heard back from one gentleman, and he goes, wow, I'm buying this as soon as I can, because it speaks to people when it's what you have going on inside yourself. And he shows you some of the, like they had a group where it was, they got a pill of nothing and the pill of this. And the pill of nothing went down 14% in their NAD level, which they got tireder, and they went up a huge high percent for those who took it. So if I don't have it, Barbara, and you don't hear today, you email me so I'll have it again. I think I do. Depends on how I don't know for everybody else, but Outlook overtook Yahoo. So it's all very confusing. So you can always use TheoSophia's wisdom at gmail.com. That one hasn't changed. All right, I guess we should talk about why we're here, right? For ourselves to grow. But we think growing in your consciousness works together with growing in your physical body and that which is your vessel, which holds you. Good morning, Delphi Ross. You might want to go back and watch what we've been talking about later sometime. And so for us, there's no separation. we acknowledge more our spiritual self most of the time, and we understand we're in a world and we have to share and earn things and make a living. But every day we also have that greater amount of time that we're doing either our spiritual work or our spiritual private experience within ourselves. So I thought about what to do today before everybody came in. I knew in my heart I had to share one of the most powerful things I've ever felt inside me. And you may even see that I seem different. I have lots and lots of energy today. But I thought about the chakras, which are your gift of universal energy coming in through your channel to give you your energy. So I thought we might want to begin to learn. Good, Barbara, thanks. Yeah, it's a whole. If you're going to work on healing the whole of you, you got to look at every part. You know, we've certainly ran the gamut on, and God, we believe God brings it to us because we don't seem to know. A lot of people have a lot of things come into their arena. So I just wanted to share. So let's start with your root chakra. I know I told you, but I want to really see if we can make some movement on getting you more rooted down into the earth, because your capacity to really know more about what all your chakras are connecting to and the crown is going to depend on with how grounded you are. Most people today, I go to talk with them and they're not grounded. So they're up and out of their body and nothing's connected. And that's certainly going to let you not be awake and aware of who you are and how to go about changing that. So today, I want everybody to hold your hand on your heart and let yourself go down slowly, down to the lower chakra, which is a scarlet red. It's not just red, it's scarlet red. That gives it aliveness. Now, I can tell by going there aren't all these people here with me. So let's all breathe together to bring the whole community down into their root. And you have to do the chakra spiral. Yes, this one isn't up like this. It's flat like this. And it goes and opens. This is important because this keeps you safe. It's about your well-being and your vitality. All those three things are whether or not you have a root that's not only open. Let's just see if here we can get it open, because then we've got to go down into the middle of the earth. That's how far your root can go. Years ago, people were taught, become the tree. Well, you don't see the tree as down in the center of the earth. You might see roots for 8 feet or something. You need to go, depending on who you are and what you're doing. And if you're doing and sharing light, you want to be down into the center of the earth and just let it slowly travel. And if you have vision, you might see the different levels of dirt and gravel as you move through that. And you just keep moving. And I'm going to sway my body just to help you have that movement to continue to connect this earth into the mother energy of earth. Just breathe. And you're also at the same time learning to surrender. It's surrendering to let all of whatever is in your daily life go. Take it into the earth and it will almost like it gets cleansed through the filters of the earth as you move through it, which we need. We want to have a purification. Good. Very good. I can feel some of you arriving with me. Some of you need to let go of stubbornness and let's go deeper. I don't care who taught you, you need to go to the center of the earth. I mean, I'll acknowledge their light, but they're just not aware of all of it yet. Good. Now, how many are beginning to feel a difference already? Just having that one chakra to that depth. Anybody? Guess I need to go to the bottom, right? So now we're going to start bringing that energy of God up through us. And when you reach that second chakra, you're going to feel an explosion of light because there's so much energy from the root that's going to enhance and develop your second chakra even more. So now let's do the movement. You always put your thumb in and follow the turn of the chakra the way your hand goes. And it's going to open more. Your emotional field, which is that chakra, is going to become more aware to you. You'll understand more whys. How I feel, you'll understand. I don't know how I feel. Well, you do. Go into this second chakra and open it up, front and back. And now let's bring that root up to the second, up to the third. Solar plexus, yellow. I am a child of God. And do you have any clue how many people say, oh yeah, I am? And yet when you start talking about it, you don't really conceive of what that means to be a child of God. Because this is being empowered of your light, of your awareness of who you are. Here's where there's struggle. You'll see struggle everywhere in our world. We wanted to get to where you don't need to be a part of the world struggle, that you can have no struggle inside of you and be that which radiates to all those who do, to set them free. All right. So next one, we're going to start at the root, come up past the first, second, past the third, to the heart, emerald green. Your heart can open up that chakra till 12 inches. And if that's not where you are, then accept where you are and keep working every day with it. Because love is the energy of God. Love is the greatest healer. So the more you can let yourself come in to that heart energy and expansive and be just profound, the more you'll find you are who you are looking for. All right? So now we're going to move up into the throat, our expression. I always see Isis in the throat when I go to the throat. It's the truth. Her sword is the truth. And God sits, and his power center is in your throat, as it's a deep blue to an aquamarine blue. It's going to depend on where you are with that healing that's going on in a depth or wherever it is in expression. How do you feel talking about love? How do you feel sharing? Just sharing. It stops me with that word. How do you feel about sharing? This is who I am. This is what I do. This is what I love. And let it move. The other chakras can go maybe, see, my hands are different, 6, 7 inches. When you find one that's only a couple inches, that's when you need to give it attention. And you want to check these chakras throughout the day and become aware of what kind of things disturb you and shut you down. This is another piece of learning about you. So now we're going to take that light up to the third eye, the eye of Horus, to your pineal gland. A pineal gland that's not open is someone who doesn't yet see. A pineal gland that is where you see and how to understand that and have that become a part of movement in your world. So there's just so many pieces. And that is still 6-7 inches. Someone who's very studied in that will be much larger. But that's not what we need to talk about right now. And then the crown, which is the 1,000-petaled lotus. I can share many visions I have of the crown as it's moved through time. And at first it was just a little petal wooing in the wind. And I would be told to bring up a red ball of light from the root, a rooted ball of light, and bring it up to my crown and just let that flow like a river. You saw the light to let them all be rooted. Because if those petals on your crown are not rooted, they are your connection to God, your connection to His awareness and His communication with you. So let's all gather maybe 3 red balls from the root energy and bring them all the way up through the chakras. And again, just let that energy root those petals. It's a long way distance. Yes, you can sometimes bring that rooted balls to the other chakras also. It's another whole petal work I do with people and teach. But you can't just leave them alone. The love you have for yourself includes loving those chakras and how they function, and you communicate with them. They're alive. You're alive. You have to support and be there for each other. So let's see how these crowns look. Now, I would say there's more than 1 or 2 that I see fear there. So let's reach down once again into that red, which in the root, there's calming energy. There's a knowingness, and bring that up and let it wash through the base of those petals. For mine now, it's like a big umbrella from those little ripples. So it doesn't really matter where you are now. It's to constantly being willing to have it grow and become more of a higher consciousness. Whew. More just join me. Someone tell me how you're feeling with all that. Anybody. Nothing? Well, I'll acknowledge some of you know your chakras and that they're open. But I would like to help you have a different awareness, texture, feeling, and grasp of what it really does. So Barbara feels rooted, grounded, and expanded. Excellent. So start doing that a little bit more intention every day, and you're going to discover a new you. So do I have any questions about that or how you felt with that? In a way, it makes you feel good. Yes, and it's going to keep making you feel better if you keep doing it. That essence is from walking like a little flute that you only hit a few notes to an expansion of 100 flutes. And they're all moving and integrating and allowing themselves to be in the world and do something. So you become more. We all have a moreness to continue to develop and discover. Absolutely no doubt. Anybody else? Well, I hope that excited you, because for me, my chakras are the most endearing part of me. I can't be without them. And as you grow and you move through the path, you'll see how they grow and they change and redevelop, and it's a constant action. And they'll look different. Sure, I only took you through the front. You are right, Barbara. But how I do mine is I'll go to the second chakra and open it in the front and breathe, and go to the back and open it. And you want that energy, it's the same color, to be whirling. Here it goes this way, and in the back it's the opposite. And it's the same. It's how it twirls from front to back. Then we go to we did the second chakra. Now we'll go to the yellow for the third chakra. I'm a child of God, and in the back, it's how you take care of yourself and what you eat. Very powerful chakra that is, and most people do tend to ignore it. But if you want change in your life, you have to support yourself by the back of the third chakra. Yes, it's yellow, but it can be either a murky yellow or it can be a bright yellow of the sun. And you have vitality and you're alive. And you see, there's a difference that doing it makes. If you've been not doing it for a long time, just start. Because the light itself will burn away illusion, and thoughts will come to you of what you need to heal, and then get about it. The heart. When you hear what the heart in the back does, you're going to see why it's so important. Here it's love, love to the self, love of God. In the back, it's the betrayal. So I just feel that happening, everybody. The betrayal of people to you, your betrayal to others, and most importantly, your betrayal to yourself. So I actually have a vision of seeing braids, which is when there's a betrayal that you owned. Well, we don't want that. We want you to be able, no matter what it is, to be able to touch those braids and allow them to untangle and to go and fly free again. So sometimes if you're a person that's one thing you notice you have a lot of is betrayal, you'll do some work in the back of your heart and really discover more about you and about the people that you draw to you, and how to begin to not only love yourself, but love and draw. See, becoming more love lets more love be drawn to you. It's like going into the grocery store. People look me like straight in the eye. And I actually heard people once, I'm not going to repeat it, but they're getting where they can see light. They can see the light in the eyes. They can see the heart. And that's a good thing. Okay, so the root and the crown do not have a second place other than each other. Throat in the back is self-love, self-acceptance, courage, believing that it's the best or the worst. Those things all they're not true. And so that chakra can be one that someone has a lot of sore throats or whatever might come. There's something in that chakra that is holding you up that you're not looking at, and you need to go in and clear it out. Yeah. And I don't care who you are. And if you think that you are all clear and all ready, I have students like that, and it's not a truth. Because there's still growing to happen. There's still different levels of consciousness to attain, and there will be doorways that are helpful to help you get through that. Okay? So after the throat, there's the third eye. In the back of the third eye, it's a very powerful chakra. So much so, I'm not going to describe it today because I want to see how you all do getting your chakras open. But we'll talk about that. So you've learned a lot about chakras today, and I probably spoke it all too fast. But God always says, those who are awake are ready. And those who it can't touch, it's not time for. So I don't worry about that anymore because I know I'll probably be saying it again and again and again. So now that we finished that, Barbara, thank you. I hope some of you, I didn't get overwhelmed by that. Just begin. That is the first step. Just begin to open those chakras, starting to get used to the frequency, the vibration. What do you feel from that? And if you feel sad, then you need to find out what is sadness about for you. So, any questions? Shop HQ, that's what it is. I knew it would come by. And I don't think he'll be on again until Friday night and Saturday, but Barbara says thank you. And however good you feel, Paul Freed, you're going to start feeling better just with the opening of your chakras. Because my work is about helping all you awaken and discovering the truth about the vessel that you are. Yes, I said that, a vessel. All right. Oh, Paul Freed says, yes, he got it. Thank you. Very good. Anybody else? Caval, how are you today? I wonder if you are here or if you just... Annie, good morning. Much love to everybody. See you tomorrow to hear messages. And Paul's got it. That's great. It's life-changing. Totally life-changing. And we'll go from there. Let me know if, thank you, Marby, if you enjoyed learning more about your system, because we can certainly add and change Mondays to be about learning energetic work, if you like. And have a great day. World's waiting on us. As we hold our hearts open and all that light and love, may it reach out and touch the world. Many blessings.